Stop! If you have put a suggestion in the comment section or are thinking about it, delete it now. Next week we will be doing a themed song suggestion Friday, and that theme will be Metallica songs you do not hear on the radio. Yes, I and most of us have listened to most Metallica songs, but these themed SFFs are supposed to be more fun than they are supposed to be a music share. At least that's the way that I've been seeing them. And it's a way to kind of, I don't know, just mix it up a little bit. So be sure any suggestion you put in the comments below is a Metallica song that is not on the radio. Welcome back to Song Suggestion Friday. This is the show where you put your suggestions of songs you want my opinion and feedback on in the comments below. I take 5 of those suggestions, those go into the playlist. Patrons of $10 or more send their suggestions directly to me. Those go into a poll on Patreon. Patrons of $5 or more get to vote on that poll. I take the top 3 from that poll and an additional 2 from the patron suggestions. That total of 10 songs I listen to, I give you my feedback and opinion. I grade them on a plus sign, equal sign, minus sign. Plus sign means I would actively seek that song out again. Minus sign means I would actively avoid that song. Let's begin. Selenium Forest by Plini. Absolutely love the room on that intro guitar. Great chord colors. Love his lead tone. Very smooth playing. The entire soundscape is very smooth at this part. Fantastic phrasing. That man definitely loves him some Steve Vai. The drums are very laid back but tasteful. At 123, it does this little guitar arpeggio. Absolutely love that. Then I love how that part develops into a heavier part, actually similar to something that I would write, and great groove there too. My only complaint is the bass tone. If I had to guess, it's probably too compressed. Not enough growl on it, but the low end on it's good. Production all around is excellent. Very clear, well mixed. Good fusion of modern metal with the old school virtuosos. Total grade for this song, plus sign. Over Again by Mike Shinoda. I really do not like his intro vocals. His chorus vocals are essentially the same. I don't remember offhand whether they're slightly different or not, but I just do not like them. They feel weak and they're definitely tuned. I know they're tuned for style, but that does bother me. Now when he's rapping in the verses, especially in the first verse, very slow flow, but that flow still feels in the pocket. Being able to do slow flow in the pocket and feel natural, very difficult. He did an excellent job of that. The beat is pretty bare bones, but I think that's actually a good thing. It's nice and crunchy, stripped down, fits the mood. The lyrics are excellent, I gotta say, and they're slow enough that I could pick up on exactly what he was saying the first time. I would like the chorus better if it was sung with a little more passion and also didn't have that tuning on it. The chorus itself is not horrible, just, I don't know, it feels weak to me, man. The melody is a little poppy for my tastes. Good use of repetition, though. Second verse brings up the tension a little bit. Good use of dynamic. Musically, there's not a lot happening here, just some very basic chords padded. And that's not a bad thing. That actually allows for the mood and for the vocals to step forward. That also doesn't give me a whole lot to talk about. I will say over the entirety of the song, the beat does develop well. I would give this song a plus sign with a stronger chorus. Total grade for this song, equal sign. Maple Leaf Rag by Scott Joplin. Classic. Love this song. Used for the intro of Table Flip on the Game Grumps. Has a great feel of rhythm. Very jumpy and danceable, ragtimey. I mean, that is why it is Maple Leaf Rag. It reminds me specifically of the 20s, but that's also because it reminds me of Chico Marx from the Marx Brothers. In every one of their movies, and when they did vaudeville and Broadway, they always would have a section where he'd play piano, and you could definitely tell he was influenced by this style. This is not a difficult piece to play, but it is very effective. I would not say it's a beginner piece to play, just not that difficult. And I love how smooth it transitions between major and minor. It's just so good. There's lots of playing with chromatic movements, both in the left hand and the right hand. Love that shit. Subtle uses of dynamic throughout, which gives it a little bit of life. For the most part, it kind of settles around the mezzo forte level. Absolutely love this song. Total grade for this song, plus sign. Honey You by The Dead South. Got a chunky acoustic coming in. The beat immediately irritates me, and it's because it's nothing but a kick drum on a downbeat. It's like, kill me please, I hate that. I do like the touch of mandolin. Melody is decent. The voice matches the melody and the style. It's not really my thing, I don't like it, but it does fit well. Chorus has the music drop out, and then it slightly accelerandos. I think that was a mistake. They probably were just playing live without a click. Either way, it actually feels cool. I like it. Then the chorus does like a reggae feel. Weird, but I like it. Good job. Random cello solo. I approve. Solo itself is okay. It's followed up by a banjo solo, which I think was also a good idea. Again, okay. Both soloists just felt a little amateurish to me. While the music is pretty simple, I mean, it's just straight ahead strumming shit, and then it's the pop 4 chords. I actually think that changing up the structure, it's an abnormal structure, was a good idea, gives it a little bit more life, but also at the same time keeps it simple for the genre. It got decent uses of repetition in the lyrics throughout. All in all, it was okay. Total grade for this song, equal sign. Tiny Dancer by Elton John. Pretty little intro on the piano. This is not my favorite song, but it's a good song. Verse melody is stripped down. Definitely not his strongest. Does have good feel in the voice though. That chorus is insanely infectious. Great chords and melody. Never heard that steel guitar in the background before. Okay, my one bitch, the drums are boring. They're lifeless and they're basically just placeholders. I wish they had a little bit more finesse to them. Great pre-chorus going to halftime and then changing the chords a little bit, more of a minor feel. The arrangement on this song is what slays. The strings come into the chorus, little swells in and out of different instruments throughout the song. Lots of life and dynamic in this song. Okay, last complaint. It takes its good old time getting to the chorus, and it is by far the best part. I mean, your verse is okay, it's really not that great or that worthy of note. Get me to that pre-chorus and chorus, dude, please. Total grade for this song, equal sign. Vital Transformation by the Mahavishnu Orchestra. The intro drums kick all the ass. Absolutely hate that guitar tone of the lower register guitar, but absolutely love what he's playing. Horn section is really cool. Believe there's a violin in there as well. Love this groove that they're hanging on. I think they might have hung on to it a little too long. The following chord colors are so tight. And then there's a melody with guitar and I believe that's violin that are slightly out of tune. Reminds me of Frank Zappa, and Steve Vai mimicked that. And then at that point I look down at the album art and I'm like, oh, John McLaughlin. Of course. Absolutely killer playing on this track. It definitely gets a little weird and too experimental for me at parts, but I still enjoyed it. I think this would be better experienced live. I love the organ that's backing him up in the beginning, and as the solo starts to intensify, the instruments start to come back in, we get a little crescendo. The solo might drag on a little long. I love a good jam, but I got the point like a minute and a half ago. 4:36, we finally come back to reality and reprise the stuff that we had done earlier in the song before that weird-ass solo. I did not know that John McLaughlin did shit like this. Cool. Total grade for this song, equal sign. Dark Water by Agent Fresco. Love the intro. Starts off with a basic piano that's pretty, cool metal groove, and a drum beat that's a familiar pop type beat but keeps you guessing. It actually tricks you as to what the downbeat is. I love that guitar tone. I don't care so much for the timbre of his voice. He does have a nice voice, just, I don't know, something about it rubs me the wrong way. It is a great melody throughout this entire song. Absolutely love the phrasing. The style of singing in the verses reminds me of like a Middle Eastern style. Chorus melody is dope as fuck. It counterpoints the rhythm so well. That, and then it does these really big leaps and intervals to a higher register, and man, those feel so good. The bass tone sounds fake as fuck. I'm definitely not a fan. It actually blends well with the guitar tone, the heavy distorted guitar tone, but by itself sounds like a boomy fart. The piano solo in the bridge is kick-ass, and then it kind of climbs and crescendos. This huge fucking boom, which is, oh, so cool. This song was unexpectedly kick-ass. I will be listening to more of this band. Total grade for this song, 2+ signs. Year of the Cat by Al Stewart. Nice piano intro a la Elton John. The guitar tone and the bass tone fit perfectly. That really, really dead, dry drum sound that I hate actually fits perfectly in this song. I really don't like this guy's voice at all, but it matches the timbre of everything else that's happening. Good melody, everything's very smooth for like the first half of the song, maybe a little more. Just a little bit too much smoothness. These are all very familiar chords, but they have nice phrasing and coloring. Production for the time is good. The snare still has some body, and it's also tight at the same time. 312, nice touch with the string section. It helped pull us out of this fucking flatness. Very simple acoustic guitar solo, but very pretty. Great articulation and reverb. Electric solo was also simple, but also great. Sax solo? Yes, please. Thing was so tasty. In the beginning, it was definitely too smooth and way too flat for me, but by the end, we got more texture, a little bit more dynamic, felt more lively. So, not bad overall. Total grade for this song, equal sign. Drive by Incubus. I love this song. That acoustic riff is so good. I don't care how many times they repeat it. I love the vinyl dirt effect that they throw in there. Love the vocals. It's an infectious melody throughout the song. It speaks to my soul. Pre-chorus leads perfectly into the chorus. I will always sing along to that chorus. The bass tone almost sounds like it's a stand-up bass. Drums are simple, but I love them. When he does the slides between chords as he's transitioning chords, it actually acts in a percussive manner. It's one of the few times I'm okay with tambourine. The overall sound is so smooth, but there's great crunch in the acoustic in the way that they mix the drums. The solo is dumb. I love this song. Total grade for this song, 3+ signs. The Fountain by Pendulum. This is just weird electro stuff. I'm not quite sure how it classifies because I'm not that engrossed in the genre. It has like a Euro dance feel, but it could also be interpreted as like Japanese dance. I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's like that typical anime kid dance beat. I actually kind of dig it. It's something that I would expect to hear in Dance Dance Revolution. And then, oh my gosh, Steve Wilson singing. It feels so wrong to hear his voice on top of something so upbeat and up-tempo. It's not that it's bad, it just feel like I've listened to him sing on all of this depressing, chill, mellow shit, and just to hear this is just like, what's happening? I really dig what they did with the samples. I don't know what the technical term is, because like, again, I'm not very engrossed in this community, but when they change things up and do weird turning of knobs to change sounds and shit. Love the piano parts. The melody is actually really good. The master feels way too compressed. It's like they smashed Steve's voice against the wall 10 times, and they gave him this boost somewhere between 6,000 and 8,000 hertz that just grated on my ears. Overall, sonically, I think this song is pretty cool. It's a little distorted, which I'm not so much of a fan of, but that is an aesthetic. And it's also a little too boosted in the treble for my tastes. It gives it an unnatural sound, and I'm typically not a huge fan of stuff like that. It can be really cool, and I know people enjoy it. I think this guy did it well. Not quite my thing, but I'm sure there's some of you out there that'll enjoy this. Total grade for this song, equal sign. My first suggestion for you this week is Bang of the Hounds by Opeth. I've suggested Opeth about 100 billion times on here. I'm gonna keep suggesting it for everyone till I run out of songs that I love. Have you listened to Opeth before? Then you know what this sounds like. Still go listen to it. My last suggestion for you this week is Hazy Shade of Winter by Simon and Garfunkel. I don't believe I've already suggested this, but this song is kick-ass. For a folk song, kicks a lot of ass. I may or may not have done a metal rendition of this song in my time. That is it for Song Suggestion Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave your suggestions of Metallica songs that are not on the radio in the comments below. Please support me on Patreon. This is my job. The only way I can keep this my job is by awesome patrons like you who support me. God, I am so fucking thankful. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Become the Night. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next video. Rock on!